Folklore Vistak go Suantraí Íosa. You're very welcome to Suantraí Íosa, where we look at the readings for tomorrow, the 2nd of February 2020, the feast of the presentation of Jesus in the temple, 40 days after Christmas, which we also refer to as Candlemas, because of the wonderful tradition of Catholics bringing candles from their homes to be blessed in church this week, so that people have blessed candles in their homes, which represent Christ himself, the light of the world. Now, the readings tomorrow begin with the prophet Malachi, and talking about the Lord you are seeking will suddenly enter the temple. That the Lord is, in his love, about to intervene in society for our good, for our salvation. And so with the psalm we say, let him enter, the King of glory. Let him enter our local community through my heart, through your heart. Let us open our doors so that we can become vessels and disciples of Christ in the community, bringing hope and joy to those around us. And so we read in St. Luke's Gospel tomorrow that the parents of Jesus brought him up to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. Now, I imagine they were absolutely thrilled to have their little boy with them. And they encounter Simeon. And his great prayer is wonderful. Now, Master, you can let your servant go in peace, just as you promised, because my eyes have seen your salvation, which you have prepared for all the nations to see, a light to enlighten the pagans and the glory of your people Israel. It is from that prayer the theme of Candlemas, or light, takes its inspiration, that Christ is the light to enlighten the pagan nations, the non-Jewish nations, and the glory of the people of Israel. And he tells Mary that a sword will pierce her heart also, and that Christ is destined to make the hidden thoughts of many, they'll be laid bare. We will see the truth. We see that Anna is there in the temple, and she goes and she speaks to people specifically who are looking forward to the deliverance of Jerusalem. She's a very careful evangelist. She doesn't just, needlessly talk to people, but she recognizes this person is looking for the deliverance of Jerusalem. I will share with them the hope that I have found. St. Francis de Sales warns us, and it comes to the area of evangelization, that a judicious silence is always better than truth spoken without charity. And sometimes we're in situations where our heart is disturbed by something someone says, and we feel we should react, and we don't know, and we're in conflict within ourselves. And speaking of that very situation, St. Francis de Sales says, I have made a pact with my tongue not to speak when my heart is disturbed. When we're disturbed and we speak, we often do damage. We put our foot in it, to use that Irish expression, our foot in our mouth, and we walk over people, really. It's always better to offer a silent prayer than to make an injudicious comment in a situation. We're told at the end of tomorrow's Gospel of Jesus, he went home and grew to maturity, and he was filled with wisdom, and the favor of God was with him. Now you and I are baptized, and it is our journey too in life to grow into maturity and to be filled with wisdom, and to make known to the world that the God of love his favor is with us. His name is Emmanuel, a name which means God is with us. Jesus, the light of the world, is with us. Have no fear. With thoughts such as these, let us go to our beds and let us awake in the morning, God willing, with the praise of God on our hearts and on our lips. Agus gamana diel a coctic shiv ahar mak agus spirit nave. Amen. Let us go in peace to love and serve the Lord. Thanks be to God. Slán go fóill. Bye for now.